Bridge Kids friends. Aren't you enjoying this wonderful fall weather we're having? I sure am. Last week, we read the first 4 chapters in Genesis, and it talked about God creating man in his image. It talked about Adam and Eve and how they lived in the Garden of Eden, and sadly, how Satan came and deceived them, and they sinned. They disobeyed God. But God promised to bring salvation. God promised Adam and Eve that he had a plan for them. Right now, we're going to be reading chapters 5 through 10 in Genesis still, and this is a story about Noah. And once again, God was going to make a promise to people who he loved. So I'm going to read a little bit today out of the Jesus Storybook Bible. Time passed, and many people filled the earth. Everyone everywhere had forgotten about God and were only doing bad things all the time. God's heart was filled with pain and sadness when he saw what had happened to the world he loved. Everywhere was disease and death and destruction, all the things that God hates most. Now Noah, he was God's friend, which in those days was odd because no one else was God's friend. Noah listened to God. He talked to God. He just loved being with God, like you do with your best friend. Noah, God said, things have gone wrong. People have filled my world with hate instead of love. They're destroying themselves and each other and my world. I must stop them. But first, we'll build an ark. And so, God showed Noah how to build an ark. He told him who to bring on the ark with him, his family, and all those animals. And God had a plan. And in the end of chapter 10, you'll read about the covenant, the promise that God gave to his people by putting a rainbow in the sky to say he would never flood the earth again. So I hope you take time to read those chapters with your parents, either again out of Bible storybook or the Bible itself, whatever works best for you, because we need to get God's word in us. All right, boys and girls, I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.